Hello guys, hope you're doing well. This video is update on my KS0 PRO heater, room heater. Is that a room heater? Can we call that? Yeah. It heats up this room to a nice temperature, 69.9, almost 70 degree here, and it's away from the heater a little bit, right? So it's right there, and probably a lot warmer here by the heater. So outside is about 35, 36 degree tonight, really cold. So let's check a few details, how long we've been mining with this setup with all of these overclocked miners. By the way, number 2 miner did give me a headache a little bit, but then I was able to go and put 270G firmware, and it's mining, and start mining. It didn't give me an error or offline message. So all of the 5 at 280 and 2 at 270, I did receive from Tswift another message was updated firmware. There's a little adjustment was made, I mentioned. So we're gonna try on one of this miner, probably gonna try on number 3, see if we can take 280 up to 280 if that adjustment worked out. By the way, this video is not sponsored. I had to purchase all of my firmware, so it's 600 per each miner of Kaspa, 600 Kaspa, so I paid 4,200 Kaspa for this, and it's not sponsored by any of the Ice River or anybody else. I had to purchase all of these miners and all of the hardware on my own, with my own money. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so we are on the web GUI. I'm gonna go one by one of my KS0 PRO just to show you stats and the temperatures. So we basically, number 1, we're running at 50% fans, and the temperature is 58 degrees. So it went up, it was 55 or 56 just because the room temperature kind of started raising up. So yeah, if you have your ambient temperature higher, you will expect your temperatures here going much higher, and so you need to keep your fan speed, internal speed probably a little bit higher, and possibly use a little more than 14 RPM external fans. Okay, so let's go one by one real quick, and I'll show you guys. And look at the hash rate on the web GUI. So number 1, I have 300. Average 30 minutes 298, and then we'll check on the pool all of them together. So number 2 is my 270 gigahash. It was giving me problems yesterday, and I was able to go back. So the way I did it is basically I started from 280, then 270, and then 260. 260 start working up, and then I went back and updated to 270, and it started hashing. So I don't know what happened exactly. By the way, I had to reboot to factory reset about 3 or 4 times, because it would just get stuck and saying the miner is offline, which was kind of weird. Anyway, probably something just with that specific KS0 PRO. Number 3 is also on 270 hardware overclocks firmware, and it's a 58 degree at 50% fan. Then number 3 is doing 305 on 280, 61 degree fans, 61 degree on the temperature, and that's 80% fan. See, like some of them, like number 4 is my probably hottest. I had to keep a little bit up more on the fans just to keep it around 60. Now this one is 59, also 295 gigahash on the web GUI, and the fan speed is 60%, right? So the number 6, 300 gigahash again, 296, 30 minutes, 62 degrees, and my fans are 70%. Let's just do 80. I want to increase to 80 just to be safe. I don't want to go too much over 60 degree. So we'll have, so it's already 60. See, as soon as I increase the fan speed, the temperature goes like pretty quickly down. So yeah, we'll just keep it at 59 degrees, so pretty good. We'll keep it 80%, no problem. And my 7th is 299 gigahash 5 minutes, 294 30 minutes, 60 degrees, and it is at 60% fan, so not that bad. I keep running my external fans, and with those temperature sensors, basically I reduce the temperature for the sensors, and they basically running for full speed right now, 1400 RPM, all 7 fans. But it's really quiet fan, so you can't even hear that in this room, right? So we measured the sound before. So let's go on the website and look at my pool hash rate. So 30 minutes hash rate right here, 2.6 terahash. So I used to get 1.44. So that means we've got 600, right? 600 terahash. And look, the 3 hour 207, it's not quite 24 hours yet. I think I about 20 hours here, 20, 21. So it's not been full 24 hours. It's been 20 hours or less. So yeah, I need another 4 hours before I can check my average. So this number will be really important to see, because that's 24 hour will give me idea what's the total hash rate I'm getting. Oops, I'm on the Whirlpool. Yeah, that's one is the GPU mining Carlson, but that's separate video. So let's take a look on all of these guys individually. Number one on the pool, I'm getting average 3 hour 293. That's the one on 280 firmware, and then 270 firmware. That's getting around 275 278. So my number 2 is probably the worst. It's still giving me that troubles. Number 3 is the next one, but then all of the other ones are on 280 firmware. And look at this, I'm getting 298 for 3 hours, 300, 289. So everything above 280. So I'm getting almost 290 or more. So total for 7 miners, I think I gain around 600 gigahash, even with the one, 2 of those not fully mining on the 280. So let's take a look. 600, let's divide by 7, 85. So in average I gain 85 gigahash per miner, and about 380 watts, right? So 600, 380. Let's do calculation of my power consumption. So we're gonna do efficiency 600 gigahash. I'm gonna divide by 380 watts that we added. Yeah, 1.57 gigahash per watt. It's a pretty good increase, I think, compared to what we had before. 287, it's still a good number. Let's take a look what we have in our calculator. So our average here, we were getting 200 and what's our efficiency right here, 2.15 on a stock at 93. I was able to get them to 93 watts, so it was pretty good efficiency, 2.15. And this additional is not as great, it's 1.57. It's more like a KS, probably what, KS1? No, KS1 even worse, has KS2. So that's compared to KS2 efficiency. That's how good we've got on that thing. So we're gonna be doing now roughly 290. I'll just put 290 to be safe, and we're doing about 148 watts. So our total efficiency for this KS0 PRO overclocked is 1.96 gigahash per watt, which is pretty good. I think it's still pretty good. Now let's talk about this heater. I did a separate chart for just the heater, and obviously our hash rate close to 100 now. The price of Kaspa, it's around 13 cents, right? Something like that. And obviously hash rate gonna change, but let's do this. Let's recalculate. Let's put 290 for each of this miner, and all 7, let's say we're doing at 290, and this 2, let's say we're doing at 280. So my total hash is 2000, 2.1 gigahash. Actually it shows 2.06, I believe, right? Is it? Yeah, 206, 207. I'm gonna see if this average 24 hours is gonna do close to 2. That's gonna be more important number there to check. So regardless, we are doing now, oh shoot, $33 a day. With today rate, we were supposed to be getting 37 Kaspa a day on each of these miners. Is that even accurate? Let's say 100 gigahash, yeah, with 100 pentahash network. Oh, no, it's not correct. I haven't updated the miners. 108 watts per miner, so yeah, that's gonna change a little on our power consumption, obviously. And I'm at on a 12 cent per for electricity, so that's my electrical cost, $3 a day. And I'm total making after power $30 a day on this rig. So before it was $23 and $20 after power. So I'm pretty much, I think I got up to yeah, it was $21. Let's change this back. I want to just compare real quick, guys, so we could see. Back to 200, right? So at today's 100 hash rate, let's put 100 right now, right? 100 pentahash, Kaspa price about 13 cents. It's already here, okay. And I was doing $21 and right here. $21.57 after power. 188 is my power, $21.57. That's before overclock. So after overclock, I pay more for power, $2.98, about $1 more a day, but $30.68. So almost close to $10, guys. It's $21.57, yeah, $9. Okay, I'll take it. $9 extra a day. Let's check how soon I'm gonna ROI on my investment. That's another thing to check, which is kind of interesting. So you go to tools here, community tools, mining break-even calculator. I'm gonna open in the new tab, and we're gonna just fill it out real quick here. So let's do this. I paid roughly, so 4,200 Kaspa for all of this. 4,200 multiplied times 13 cents. Let's round it up. It was probably less when I paid, so $546. I think it was about $530 when I paid. Let's put $546 just for this video, and then I get an extra 600 gigahash, and the wattage, extra wattage is 380 watts, right? Price per kilowatt, I have 12 cents. Hash rate increase per day, we want to do 500 at least. 95 terahash network, I don't think that's correct. It's about 100 now. Kaspa price 12.8. Okay, let's estimate. So it's showing me at the current 12 cents for Kaspa price and the network increase, I'm gonna ROI for this overclocks in about 3 months, less than 3 months, by February 28th. So that's pretty much a little under 3 months, right, from now. So what if I increase the network hash rate? Let's say it's gonna go 8 terahash per day. I'm still gonna ROI by March 13, even at 1,000. Let's put 1,000. 1 pentahash a day, right? By the end of the March, so it's in 4 months I gonna ROI. So I think it's real worth it to get into that spend for this overclocking, especially if it's gonna be stable. Let's try now, and I'm gonna go to my number 3. I'm gonna upload the file. I already uploaded the new file that Tswift just sent me with some slight improvement, he said, or slight adjustments, and I'm gonna try to upgrade firmware. Let's try 280, right? So that's my new number 2. I just downloaded this morning, so the files looks pretty much the same, although I checked the sizes of the files slightly different. So I'm gonna just try to go directly to 280G because GL didn't work for me. Let's see if this miner number 3, which didn't take before 280G, if something gonna happen here and the magic will appear. I don't want to go back to the factory reset. Let's try this because I always can reset and go to factory. So we just click in update. It will take 20 seconds and we'll get to the next screen, not next screen, but the confirmation in about 20 seconds. All right, so operation successful, okay. Confirm restarting machine, okay, and operation succeeded. So we'll wait till it's restarted, and I'll get back like in 5 minutes, see if something happened or we have to go back to 270. All right, guys, so this 280G surprisingly started. Look at this, it's caching at 287. It's only 10 minutes, but I given high hopes. But look at the logo, guys. I really love it. The Tswift new logo. This is beautiful. Gee, keep on better, keep getting better and better. So it used to be just this black and white thing. Now it's all in the yellow. Nice job, Tswift. Anyway, thank you for sending this update. I think I really like it. Number 3 now got me to hopefully gonna be stable on this 280 overclocks. Tell me, what do you think, guys, about number 2? I really worry about this one. It's been so unstable. Should I try it? Because I so hate if it doesn't work, I'll have to go all over again probably and go from the scratch to get back to 270. I wish it's well, let's just give it a try. I don't know, this is my worst one anyway, so let's just update it. And yeah, by the way, when I did update this, I set my fan speed to 100%, just so it's when it's starting hashing, you don't have any overheating issues. After it will hash like maybe for 20 minutes. We'll watch the temperature. I can reduce the temperature. Is 53 right now. By the way, in this room, we already got at 50. Hope you could see that. 71. Why it's such a bad reflection? Okay, it's about 71.4 degrees here, right there. So it's keep on increasing because I closed the door to the room and this room gets warmer. Before I had the door open so it heats the rest of the house. Actually, we don't use even heater. And this, I got 2,300 square feet. Home gets warm up just by these 2 rigs. Can you believe this, guys? 35 outside, and I have only 2 rigs warming up entire house. 2,300 square feet. Of course, it's a little colder on the other rooms, probably around 68, 65, but everybody likes to get cooler in the winter. So anyways, that's it. different topic, but let's take a look and see after maybe 20 minutes. And let's try that. I'm gonna try it. 281. Hopefully it's gonna be stable. I wish I put my meter on the third one as well, just to see what the power consumption, if anything changed there. It was 127 watts on 270 hardware. I do have power meter hooked up to this miner, so let's do it. Okay, all right, let's do 280G. I hope that works. If not, I'm gonna have to try slowly go down to 270. Update. All right, okay. Oh gee, I hope it's gonna work. Let's just wait for update. All right, so operation succeeded. Restart, okay, and operation succeeded again. So this is gonna restart the miner, and we'll come back in about 5-10 minutes and see what happened to my number 2 miner. Hopefully it will work out. By the way, as soon as the miner restarts, you have to go back to the mining setting real quick and change your fan's speed to 100. I highly recommend to do that because you want to keep your temperatures down. Let's take a look again on my number 3. All right, so it's still at 281. So high hopes for this one. It's probably not gonna report anything on the web yet that quickly, but as soon as we're gonna see this number 3 change, so it dropped because it wasn't 30 minutes yet. We'll see if there is a change on the web pool. I actually like to check the pool a lot better if the pool is higher than our web GUI, because web GUI is showing 1, but what's important is what's on the pool, right? So yeah, we'll come back to this miner. Hopefully it will restart. Okay, so it's restarted. Hopefully we'll start hashing. So we'll come back. I'm gonna go and change my fan here to 100% and leave it run. By the way, after you change that, sometimes after it starts hashing, it drops back to 0. So please watch your fan speeds, because sometimes until it starts accepting shares, as soon as it starts accepting shares, you may have the fan speed goes back to 0, so you have to restart again to 100%. So just watch that for first maybe like 2-3 minutes, because your fans may speed reduce by a little bit. Okay, all right, we'll come back in about 5-10 minutes. We'll see what's going on with number 2 KS0 PRO. All right guys, it's great news. So my number 2, the worst miner, the one that didn't perform at all before, we are at 100% fan, 50-degree temperature, which is pretty good. I can reduce the temperature there, but I'm getting 193. It's been 17 minutes, not fully 30 minutes, but I really love it. You could see it's 280G new overclock firmware, so I really like it. I have the fans at the 100 speed. I can reduce it probably to 80 for now, just to give it another few minute test, right? So well, let's do that. And on my number 3, I hooked up the meter. It's doing 283, which is still good on the web GUI, and it's running over 280 as well, new overclocks. Great news. I'm really was worried about number 2, but it's, look at this, 293 over 5 minutes and 30 minutes, not there yet. Let's look in the pool if any updates there. So yeah, on number 2, I'm getting 290 gigahash on the web pool already, on the Kso-Pro pool, K1 pool. And my number 3, not quite there yet. I'm gonna have to wait because I just restarted and I hooked up, because I hooked up the meter. Yeah, that's what happened. So let's wait for number 3. Maybe it's 16 minutes, so it's about the same. I'm just wondering what's happening with the number 3 now. But I really like the point with the, so we changed the speed to 80%, and we're still in a good temperature. So let's take a look at the new wattage consumption for these two miners. So I did hook it up to my two of these meters. So this is number 2 miner that over here that didn't go to 280. It's on the 270 was before, and number 3 was on 270. So now both of them on 280 software. Let's take a look, and we are getting 132 watts on number 2 and 132 watts on number 3, but the same wattage, 11 amp. That's my biggest concern, is the amperage on these connectors. I really, guys, be careful, take your own risk. I do not recommend to set this up this way, but you can check your temperatures, make sure you're not overheating. I think it's getting close to 100 degrees now on these connectors. Yeah, all of them pretty close to 100 degrees, right? So it is kind of high to me, in my opinion, 101, 102, but it's not critical. Nothing is like melting, there is no smoke, but I would be really concerned if it's gonna melt any of this soldering or anything on this connector. Hopefully not. So yeah, that's for total power consumption. Now we went to 1050 from 1038, so we added 12 watts for, but we're getting a lot more hash rate. Now for this video, I'd like to find my hottest, one of my hottest rig, and put this 5000 RPM fan and just do comparison and see how much we can drop the temperature with the 5000 RPM versus 1400 RPM, right? So let's look real quick and see which one is the running the hottest. So let's see number 4, I believe. Number 4 is my most heat up. So I'm running at 80% fans. Internal getting 58 degree. This one's 60 degree. Number 5, 60% fan. 59, 61. Let's refresh. 61. Is it still the same? Yeah, 60 with the 60% fan. So I think number 4 is the worst, because if I change the fan to 60, it will go over 63, I believe. On my temperature, let's take a look. It will take probably a few minutes before it's after we change to 50%, no, 60%. So yeah, this temperature gonna go up probably to 60 degree, I believe. The hash rate still good. Okay, so KS3. So my third one, KS0 PRO, number 3, start picking up the hash. Number 2 around 273. So anyways, yeah, we need to wait for probably full 3 hours to get the full update on that. And look on the number 4, we are getting slightly lower hash rate, just maybe because of that temperature. Maybe I should just upgrade that number 4 to the new firmware as well, to that yellow. I like this yellow poster there, really nice. What do you guys think? Number 4, or we test the? Let's test this with the fan first, see how the temperature drops, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, it's super loud. You could see it's a 5000 RPM fan is in, and it's making a lot of noise. So it's been over 15 minutes now, and the temperatures I reduced to the 50%. Before I was running 80%, so it's 50% internal, and I have 43 degrees, so it dropped to 43 degrees from 60 degrees. So it's a lot of improvement but it's a lot of noise. And obviously, let's check the power consumption increase. And this is my fan, crazy fan. Look how thicker it is. It's much bigger than AAOTOKK fans. 5000 RPM. And let's take a look at the sound. Yeah, close to 80, right? Close to 80 decibel. That's crazy. From 55 for what we had before to 80. Let's take a look at our wind here. Let's compare from regular. All right, so we get about 2.1, about 3 miles per hour usually, right? At the 1400 RPM. Yeah, sorry, it's so noisy. So it's 5,600 RPM. Let's check that speed. Yeah, 5,600 RPM. Let's reduce this fan speed and see. I'll put the sensor just right here so it's cooling faster. And I will reduce the speed and we'll check on the web buoy how quickly temperature goes up. So it will reduce the temperature there. So let's take a look on the hash rate. It seems like it did increase here on the web buoy. It was 280 before, now it's kind of closer to 2. Oh, you can hear the fan speeds went to 5,000 from 5,600. A lot less noisier, but the temp's gonna go up now, 44. It's already 1 degree, but not as loud, right? So we could see that. So on the pool, obviously we'll have to wait for this number to increase or not. We'll have to watch it. Obviously I have to wait for my number 2 full 3 and 24 hours before we can get on the pool hash rate. But look, some of them been 310 gigahash on this. Crazy. I guess it's just a silicon lottery, but nevertheless we will like to see this number right here rounded up to 2 gigahash, 2 terahash, and I'll be happy with having this almost converted to stock KS2 from just 7 KS0 Pros, right? Well, let's take a look at the full cost. So I spent 3,500 on this. What did I spend total? No, 5,400, right? No, it's the wrong number, sorry. 3,600, 36 plus I pay 500. So $4,100 and KS2 $49. So it's still we got the better price. Obviously KS2 you can overclock and get it to 2.7 terahash. So it's not that close comparison, but anyways, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Let's take a look at the temperature. Keep rising. Yeah, it's 46. See, we dropped to 5,000, 4,500. So 4,500 RPM, and we already at 46 degrees. So it is really loud with those fans, which I don't like, but it looks like we're getting better hash rate when we keep the temperatures below, or actually ventilate better. So I don't know if the temperature sensors pick up everything, but I think when you get in the right temperature, you get a better hash rate, I'm pretty sure. So I have to work out and ventilate maybe that. See, these two are getting pretty good hash rate, and look at the one that lower hash rate. Try to cool them down a little bit more and see what I get on the pool. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys like it. Leave the comments below if you want to see anything else tested. Oh, we didn't look at the power consumption with the fan. 1058. So 1058 with the 4,500 RPM. Let's disconnect it. I forgot what was it before. So 1058. 1045, right? 1045, 1046, 1058, 1046, 12 watts. So it's really 12 watt. If I'm gonna put 7 on this, that's like a 80 watt, probably more than 80 watt. Need to keep this down. I'll adjust real quick the high temperature to 32. Low temperature 32, high to 40. And let's see what we've got. We're getting 2400 RPM now, right? 2400 RPM, a lot quieter, but still a lot more air coming through compared to other fans. Let's take a look. Yeah, 6 miles per second. So now temperature start increasing and it go to 3000 automatically RPM. So it will kind of blow harder as the temperature goes up, and then when it goes down, it will reduce the RPM of this fan. Gonna stay probably around 3000 RPM. A lot quieter right now. Yeah, 50. About 55, a lot better. Let's take a look at temperatures one more time. Number 4, this number 4, yeah, so 46. So obviously it's the, 52 degree already. It is gonna increase slightly, but not gonna go to 60 hopefully, but it is noisier, so I guess, guys, you can hear that noise, right? It was totally quiet. So for my little heater room, it's probably gonna be too noisy having those large fans. So we'll have to figure it out with the next firmware upgrade, how we're gonna cool this thing up. So that's pretty much it for this video. Sorry for the long video. I was trying to cover everything. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. 101 pentahash and 13 cents. So we are good, we're okay.